Okay, from the gaming, read from the book 11 Days of Remberce, day 10. Alright, I'll read from that story. Alright. And on symmetrical murder scene. New Year's Day 1939 brought with it a world of fearful outbreak of another bloody war in Europe. The propaganda for conflict were visible in England, France, Belgium, Italy, and most specifically in Germany. No state secrets and history were as muddy kept as Hitler's last year of peace. Major France Foley had been MI6 agent in Berlin since 1920, working in the British consulate under the cover of his Britannic Majesty passport control officer. Foley had been reported regarding in the secrets of the strange set of men and weird events that had dominated Germany since Hitler had gained control in early 1933. Now Foley was sending a stream of reports telling of murders within the Third Reich for war. In London, Alexander Canon, an Estonian who was the Under Secretary of the Foreign Office, warned British leaders that Hitler's mental condition has insisted rage against Great Britain, and his megalomania had entitled sanctions with that extent of a desperate coup against the Western powers. Tesla citizens expect the Fuhrer to launch a war in Europe despite the pragmatic pledge that since peace there were desperate times for Great Britain. It was military weak while German armed forces were growing more powerful every day. Desperation called for this was action, so when Major General Frank Newell McFarlane, the military editor at the British Embassy in Berlin, proposed a scheme to murder Hitler, the London leaders debated the idea. Mason McFarlane, who had distant a record in the First World War, and who was the son of Army colonel, suggested that the Fuhrer could be killed by a bullet from a high-powered rifle. Equipped with a telescopic sight from an apartment overlooking the Riverside Sea in Berlin, the assassin would lay in wait while Hitler appeared on the front balcony, either to greet crowds or for a breath of fresh air. He would be shot. It would not clear how the marksman was to escape the highly congested area. Hitler's death at the time would lead to the overthrow of the Nazi regime and save millions of lives in the war the Fuhrer was preparing to launch. Mason McFarlane declared, on the basis that murdering Hitler was unsportsmanlike, the British government voted the plot. There is an attempt on principle against murdering in democratic states, British leaders declared. With Great Britain facing execution a year later, the British government, under a new leader, Winston Churchill, would largely drop its concern about surplus. That's the end of this story. I'll read the next story, which would be part 2, tomorrow, and read the book. I read a good chunk so far. and I will read more tomorrow. And I thank the veterans because I have the freedom. I can peacefully assemble against a government, like protesting peacefully. I can go out and vote. Thankful for the veterans that fought in World War One, World War Two, World War Two, so I could have that freedom, and I can do whatever. And during these from this book, my main goal is I want to see the world at peace, because right now there's too many conflicts happening right now, and yeah, yesterday what I just read, another war has just started, so right now there's 11 different wars happening all at once. So I just want peace to happen. I have 0 wars, no fighting, just to have friendly debates, like a debate. A friendly little argument, a rebuttal, a debate, another rebuttal, and yeah. And that's what I want for this century is peace. And thank you to the veterans who fought so I could have my opinions, like freedom of my own opinions. And yeah, and I'll read from the book tomorrow.